Seattle with the Washington Redskins. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Thompson. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got it. Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson. scoring a touchdown against his former mates as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can pull up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman. On second down now, Barkley. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And some room to maneuver. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Let's go! Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie getting in there to break it up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still third down. Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still third down. Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
36.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going deep for Diggs. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 39 that time. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's Barkley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play caller. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, That ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 89 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. In a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Smith. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw up the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
On 2nd down, Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football, and the Redskins scoop it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what... guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to her. Belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Come. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
On 1st down, it's Peterson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To Thompson on the draw. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Play action, it's Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. But I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job. On a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Ready. Check 54. Hey.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll turn to Thompson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Chris Thompson. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throw left side is complete to Reed. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. It's a great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing is Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thompson.
Ready. 50, play.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Thompson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted...
And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Again, it's Barkley. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet.
While making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
60 outlaw.
From the gun, here's Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. On the carry, Thompson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now Smith on third and goal. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This is taken at the 3. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll run it again with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run with Thompson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Smith on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Redskins now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
70, Indy.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Peterson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Smith. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, a run with Thompson.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Thompson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Let's go. Exit. Number 53. Mike 53. Come on, dude. 53 is the Mike. 53. Check with the rip left. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Going deep for Diggs, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. Returnable for Grant. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 7. A little under 1:50 remaining. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10.
You gotta go right here. You gotta play for that.
Mahomes to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards. They'll look to throw. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And Matthews has it right side. 12 yards there and a first down.
Let's go. Do it.
The previous play is under review.
Keep playing hard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Washington.
Smith now to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. This is Thompson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Smith. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. After the sack on first down, Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right.